All right. Welcome back to the channel, guys. Welcome back to another live stream where we're going to do loads of community engagement, but after the first segment. So the first segment, we are going to talk about the current market structure, the current BTC update. We are going to talk about all of those things. If you're here for the first time, my name is Sham. This is Zero X File. The truth is always out there. That's our slogan. So if you're here for the first time, we are doing live community Q&A, so you can ask me just about anything. Of course, if there is something that I cannot talk about, I will say I don't know, or I won't talk about it. I see Bubble here, first person in the stream. Thank you very much, Bubble. Nice to always see you. One of my best subscribers. Honestly, it's an honor having you here, honestly, because not many channels can turn around and say one of their first subscribers from this channel is still one of the first viewers. Not many people can say that. I do appreciate it. So hats off to you, my brother. Thank you very much for being so kind and always being here for me. I do appreciate that. So let's talk about the market a little bit today. So we do have some fascinating stuff going on. In fact, I didn't look at the charts all day. I didn't have to, because yesterday we talked about a few bits and bobs about Bitcoin, and we said, look, how we've got a signal coming in, massive signal, and this signal tells us that we are actually going to be very, very bullish, right? In fact, we were going to go and test the $99,000 level, and we have to break that in order for us to move forward. And I believe we did test that $99,000 level. So I am going to look at my chart right now and confirm this for you, because obviously I'm going off so when I talk about stuff, I talk about it through the charts. I do not talk about things based on news or any other rumors or any other BS that's going on the planet, right? Because for me, when I'm looking at the chart, it only tells me the facts, nothing more. All right, and I can base my probabilities based on the facts that I can see on the chart, because whatever the chart is doing is happening right now. I see G-Shock, also my brother, nice to see you. I see Adam, nice to see you, my brother. So we did get a $99,000 level, and we did get a rejection around that $99,000 level. Pretty freaking amazing, right? But that's because that's what the chart is saying. And also, I think I did share a chart on Discord, the points where the rejection may have happened. So that's there. Faisal's here. Faisal, I hope you had your dinner, bro, because I don't want you to be all groggy here and hungry or hangry or whatever. Make sure you had your dinner before you jump on the stream, my brother. So that was the $99,000 level where we were expecting the rejection, which is not a problem. As I mentioned yesterday as well, I said, look, guys, if you observe the charts for what it is, and of course the way I explained it, I said, guys, this is brilliant for us because it actually gives us much more momentum to push the market, because I've looked at it on a higher time frame as I move through the time scale. So I zoomed in daily, 3-day, 5-day, 1 week, 2 week, and then when I saw the monthly, it's basically all field. Okay, awesome. So it gave me 333 says, how much have you lost from being robbed? Or because I like to normally do community engagement later on after we do the content, but just to answer your question, I've been robbed, hacked and whatnot. That's how I've lost most of my funds, close to 2 mil, if that's good enough for you. Yeah, I've lost about 2 mil. Other than that, trading, I haven't lost anything so far yet, so I've done all right, because obviously if you are a member of this channel, and those of you guys who have been here can vouch for this, I've been here 4 years now, over 4 years now, and I usually make calls about what the market's about to do, right, as little as 24 hours, maybe even sometimes 2-3 months ahead in time. So there has been videos, live streams where I've talked about what the market could do, particularly on a specific day, and coincidentally, maybe, I don't know, but it happened on the exact date that I mentioned on a live stream. So, and none of this is pre-recorded, as you can see. Obviously it's a live stream, so yeah. Chat's moving mad. It is what it is anyway. So let the chats carry on, no worries, you guys are here, so moderators, you manage what you need to do, right? I'm not looking at the chat, so let's go to the let me go to the content today. So anyway, so the total market cap right now sitting at $3.41 trillion, which is brilliant because the alts are pushing it. So BTC doesn't have to do much, as I mentioned before as well. Alts will do all the work, and so far today was the first time after the new year, basically, so for the beginning of the year, the first time we've seen BTC move 1 or 2%, right? And alts move 5, 6, 7, 8%, right? Which is exactly what we were looking for, because if we want to see an altcoin rally, we want to see the altcoins move. What we want to see is BTC not doing much and alts doing a lot more. So whenever we see BTC, as I mentioned in yesterday's video, if BTC does 1% or 2%, we need to see 10 to 15, maybe even 20% on the alt. And so far, we're seeing that kind of a move starting to happen right now. So this altcoin rally should push us up towards the moon, and it's going to happen very soon, right? So we are seeing much momentum coming in. Of course, if you start looking at the what do you call this, the Bitcoin's dominance, that is also dropping. So we're currently back at 57. We did go as high as 59, which is not good. Remember, the dominance coming down doesn't affect the market. It doesn't mean anything, right? However, it only means that altcoins are now pushing forward, because remember, guys, we buy BTC to protect our funds, protect our wealth as a savings account, right? So this is for the future. We don't look at those balances, but we want to make money. We make money in the altcoins. Hence why we have plugged ourselves into more altcoins, and we want to make a lot more money because of that, right? So we are seeing those moves come in, and so far I am seeing an altcoin rally. Hopefully, I want to see Ethereum and all the other top boys lead 10, 15, 20%, and BTC doing 1 or 2%. That way we're going to make a lot of money, all right? A lot of money. So we did get the reds, which we love, right? Obviously, we always buy the reds. And so far, so good. I am seeing the market looking so positive. In fact, in the next day or two, we should get the final confirmation. So the signals already come in, which is what I mentioned yesterday's live stream. So those of you who haven't watched the video, go to yesterday's live stream, and the first 10 minutes, if that's all you got to spare, first 10 minutes, that kind of explains it all. So go and watch that. That's going to be very, very good for you. So Adam says show some respect. 333. Faisal says 3 begging for attention. You're here watching said person. What's that say about your life? Sham's here giving advice and help to all for free. He doesn't ask for a penny. Absolutely. I don't need anything off you guys. I'm here for you guys. Obviously, I wouldn't do a live stream if you guys don't want it. So be respectful. Be respectful. Stick to the topic. If you have a genuine question and you feel that it might give value to all the other people who I might read this comment out to, then please do go ahead, make a comment which will help others, right? Because that's what we're here for. We're here to help each other. We're here to grow the community, and be positive about it. We're here to make millionaires, right? So, as I said, this year I'm going to add another couple of millionaires. And I'm saying a couple because there was one, now there's two. So I'm going to be adding a couple of millionaires to my list of millionaires so far. So that makes me proud, right? As how many people would you know that could sit there and proudly say, well, you know what? Even if I haven't had anything to do, but at least I have some connections with a whole bunch of millionaires. So that's a good moment. That's all I'm saying. So anyway, so far so good. As I said, everything is looking good. Now, guys, those of you who are here, please let me know. Tanpir Shazad says, do you see a dip before 20 January? I don't actually see anything yet at the moment. I don't. Again, one thing you need to understand, Tokid, right? Tokid Shazad, I'll just say Shazad is easier. Shazad, what you have to notice, right? This is very important as well, that as an analyst, right? As a technical analyst myself, there are things that I see and I can predict, right? I can, turn around and say, okay, look, market's going to do this, market's going to do that. We can confidently say that, and if I have the confidence, I will say it. However, if I see something is not looking good or anything, I will always tell people, guys, we are uncertain, we don't know what decision we're going to make, but so far everything is looking positive. Now, that's based on something as well, so we can't just randomly throw numbers, and I don't randomly throw numbers. In my history, I've never done anything like that. Most of my viewers are also so most of my regular viewers are also my Discord members, and they know that I leave evidence in Discord. So if I turn around and say, this is the price I'm expecting, I'll leave a chart with that price. So I will not change that chart, right? Everybody knows how I work, right? In fact, I have charts. My main chart that I share with everybody, I've had that since 2020. So my chart hasn't changed. You see what I mean? So the lines and the drawings that I've done, they're all there. So every single number is valid, to the point where with confidence, I've said to the community, I said, guys, Please go and frame this. This is me in 2020, 2021. I'm telling people, frame this chart because every number you see here is going to be true in the future. This is me telling people to expect these numbers to be true. And so far, every single number that we had has come true. Okay, every single number. Now, of course, many people will say, well, of course, BTC is moving up. So you're probably just throwing random numbers out there and they come true. True, that could also happen. However, my numbers are very specific. And those are the exact numbers where we actually found resistance or support. So I think I've proven myself there. Also, when we talk about going down, I talk about specific numbers and I say, if we go there, this is what's going to happen. This, if this, then that, right? And my numbers don't go to some ridiculous number where people can call and say, oh, it's going to go to 5K. I don't do that. I say, this is my specific number. Up to that, this is what happened. And if it goes below that, this is what's going to happen. So, like, for example, this cycle, when we went to 15,500, I didn't call 15,500. Hands up. I didn't call that. So I'm not that accurate. But from the price of 60 something $1,000, right, I called $16,500. So we called that. You see what I mean? So yes, I might be a bit off, but I don't have a crystal ball. So when we're talking about a dip by before 20 January, the reason I'm not saying it's not possible right now, because we just had a 15% correction. So that 15% correction gave us enough room not to have anything too significant. Of course, daily ups and downs, that's a whole different story. And again, because we don't have a crystal ball, we don't know. All we can go by, like myself, is the fact that is on the chart, and those are the candles. And I can only go by what I see on the candle. All right, so I hope you appreciate that. But of course, as we progress every day, I'm doing a live stream, and if I see something change, I will definitely announce it to you guys. I will definitely say, guys, this is an emergency. Please, no. So I do recommend, do subscribe. Consider subscribing, join our Discord community. It's completely for free. We don't charge anything for that. The only thing I charge for is when people come for a one-to-one consultation, that I charge for my time. Other than that, no, I don't charge for anything. So you're welcome to my Discord community and whatnot. It's all free. So, and you'll meet a lot of like-minded people, and of course we have great conversations, whether we like them or not, but we still have them, end of the day. I think it's good fun. So that's that. So I hope you kind of understand that. Okay, hope that answers your question. Any other question, guys? Please do let me know in the comments. Let's continue. So BTC currently sitting at $98,000, obviously, right? We see a $98,000 BTC. Question is, does it look like it wants to calm down? In fact, for the next 2-3 days, we do not see any signs of it coming down. So most probably it will test the 99K again, and probably it will break past, which is actually very good for the entire market. So that's a probability, high probability, that's what's going to happen, because the indicators are flashing that as well. The other thing the indicators flashing, if we move over to a 3-day chart, and by the way, guys, if you actually want to see my chart, I'll happily show you the chart. It's right here in front of me. So on the 3-day chart, we're about to get a confirmation of what direction we want to go, and so far everything's indicating we want to go up. That confirmation is coming in the next 3 hours. So 3 hours is just going to confirm what I've already confirmed 2 days ago, right? So, Bubble says 102K is perfect. It should be, yeah, we should get to 102K. So far we don't have a problem around 102K. Even 100K is not a problem, as long as yeah, around the 100K maximum, basically. That's kind of the resistance area. So again, I didn't even put a line there because it's not that important, right? Yes, it's a current, general current thing. It's not a bigger time frame, but it does reverse the trend. So that's the key here. If we get above the 100K, 99K, which is 100K, if we get to 100K, then we actually break the trend that we've recently had, because a lot of people were panicking, we're going down, and I was so excited. I'm telling them, guys, this is freaking brilliant, because this is what we want. Of course, we would want to see it lower, but again, a lot of people probably hated on me, not understanding why we want it lower, because going lower 20-25% from the all-time high, the $108,000, going down about 20 to 25%, and then moving back up again, that gives us a bigger potential to have a higher number, obviously, and actually prolongs the bull market. So it doesn't end the market. That's the key here. Because if you're going up, and you stretch, like think about an elastic band, you stretch it too much, right? Well, it's going to snap. And when it snaps, everyone's going to start panicking and no one's going to go in, because it's like, who's going to go first, right? That becomes the situation. So end of the day, someone's going to take cash. and someone big is going to take cash, and then no one's going to recover, and everyone's going to wait for it to go down. So then nobody's going to enter because everyone's waiting for the market to go down. So you have this reverse psychology. So you don't want that. So what you'd rather have is a 20 to 25% correction, which we didn't get, which is fine. And the reason we probably didn't get it is because, guys, again, the trends and the psychology of the market is changing. The market is a lot more mature than it was before, right? You know, us degens literally trading and expecting a 50% thumb and saying, that's normal, nothing wrong with that. This is us back in the days. Those days are gone. Now you have a lot more mature people coming in who are like, no, 50%, no, we don't do that. We don't do that. We want to go 10, 15%. So that's what they did. They only corrected it by 10, 15%, and then they're carrying the market back on. So far, so good. And I'm not personally complaining. I see the market for what it is. And I think that we are positive right now. So everything is looking good. Also, on the weekly and the 5 days, as I mentioned, there is still some bearish signs, but those could easily reverse midweek, because remember, those are higher time frame, right? Lower time frame, we're super bullish. So the next 2-3 days, we're definitely bullish. Also on the monthly as well, that correction helped us a little bit, because on the monthly we've also reset as well a little bit. So let's see where we go. So far everything is pointing up. RSI, everything is pointing up, so that makes me confident, because as you know, that different time frame, you have to think of it in a different way, give it its own room, you know, because we could be overbought on a weekly for months, it doesn't matter, right? Even on a 2 week, we can be overbought for weeks at a time, and it's absolutely fine, no issue at all. So you got to understand the technical patterns in order to move forward. And of course, the shorter time frame, they are just telling you what's happening currently, and currently everything is bullish. So we know what's going on. So let me know any other questions. But you're very specific about the 20th of January. I think the brother wants to buy before the 20th of January. Is that what you want to do? You want to buy before the 20th of January? Well, normally what I suggest to everyone, guys, if you are thinking about buying, there is no wrong time to buy BTC, but you have to have a different psychology. So if you're buying BTC for the future, depends what the future is. Because if you're buying to make money, then I would say buy with a stop loss, and or don't buy at all, right? You know, because it's probably too late for you. You've probably been priced out. If you're leveraging, then yeah, be cautious again with a stop loss, right? Those are the right things to do. However, if you're investing for the next 4 or 5 years, then it's a different story. Then what you do, you buy any time, it doesn't matter, because ultimately, you know, 4 or 5 years down the line, BTC will only go up, because mathematically it's designed to only go up. So that's that. Adam says, I think he's saying 20th, as that's when the Trump takes office. I see. Okay, Trump office. You know, I'm not a big fan of all of the news and Trump hype and this and that, because just because Trump mentioned something to get some votes doesn't necessarily mean he has to do it. So look, Trump's in power for the next, what, 4 or 5 years? I don't even know how the politics work, but 4 or 5 years. We've got 4 or 5 years, guys. So be patient. I don't know why everyone's rushing for Trump to do. Trump has bigger things to deal with before the 20th or even after the 20th. He's got bigger fish to fry. He's got bigger problems. Again, there's a video which has about 2,000 views. I talk about Trump. It's got Trump on the thumbnail. Go and watch that, and you'll understand what I'm talking about, because I do feel for Trump. I think he's been lumbered. He's got a problem that he needs to deal with, which the Biden administration has left for him. So as a person, I love him, but as a president, I think he's in trouble, because I don't think he was voted in. He was selected in, so he's going to be in trouble. There, C-Track, my brother. Nice to see you. So that's what I feel anyway. So it's just, you know, and again, I'm not a political guy, so I'm not going to go into that. I'm neither party. I'm not a left or right. I'm all in the center. I'm nobody. But I do look at the market. I do look at certain things, and I do understand some politics, right? Because I'm just not in that same box as everybody else. I'm outside the box. Hence why I see things a little bit clearer. I say, look, Trump's, yeah, he's in power, fair play. He's going to be there for 4 or 5 years, fair play. He's got 4 years, 5 years to make that decision and change whatever he needs to. But if everybody's expecting him to do it right now, you've got a problem, because he's got bigger fish to fry. Also, if you look at the entire population of United States who probably voted for him, and if you look at the percentage of those people, or the entire population who hold BTC, you'll see the maths just doesn't work out. So we're not a priority, guys. BTC is not a priority. Okay, yeah, it's something, but it's not a priority. Right? I hope that kind of makes sense. Adam says 4 years, and he can only have one term in office, as no president can have more than two. If the next president is anti-crypto, that will affect prices, right? Yes, of course, because that will affect the sentiment of the market, you know. But I don't think I think, look, what you got to understand is there's something about the future a lot of people need to understand. The future is bright and it's quite good for crypto. That's for certain, right? And this is me telling you that even if it's bad, even if there's going to be some bad outcome, say 10 years down the line, some anti-crypto, this and that, Trump and his administration, plus Biden administration as well to a certain extent, right? They've actually, or let's go even further. We can go all the way back to 2016. So funnily, we can go back to 2016. A lot of people don't go as far as that, but let's go back to 2016. I think from 2016, there has been enough lobbying in order to make crypto a legal entity. Hence why it's been given the commodity status. For example, it's not a security. BTC is not a security. Let's focus on BTC first, right? And Ethereum, for example, they're not security. So they have been already accepted in many ways. And what people don't realize is they've been accepted then, right, for now. So this is what so there's an 8 year gap between when they actually accepted it to when you were told they accepted it. You see what I mean? So because I'm outside the box, I see things differently. I'm like, actually, we know the institutions were already buying around the 2013, 2014. We know that institutions were already investing in crypto in one form or a manner. And you might say, how? Well, let me tell you how. Coinbase 2011 or 12 launches, right? Biggest investors in Coinbase are institutional investors in Coinbase, a cryptocurrency exchange, which went through the Y Combinator. Guys, come on, I'm not making this up. Coinbase had its funding, as Series A, whatever funding, done from Y Combinator. It went through Y Combinator, and Y Combinator bought all the institutions together to fund Coinbase. So they were already invested in crypto in one form or another. You see what I mean? So when you have something like that, and then Coinbase already at that time had its OTC, which was institutional buying and selling. So it was already selling to institutions. You see what I mean? So since 2014, things have been in momentum. It's been in movement because just like everybody else, when they saw what BTC did in 2012, that changed the dynamics, right? So 2014, people started getting interested. 2016, by that time, we have a new president. Guess what? They already kind of accepting it, and then they add it to the infrastructure bill and whatnot. And crypto's part of the news, and other what do you call these politicians start talking about it. Some states even say we welcome it and XYZ. So it's been gradually growing. So what I'm trying to say is what you think you're hearing now, Trump saying, that's only part of the narrative that's already been in play since 2016, if not longer. You see what I mean? So think of it that way. And now if Trump is going to do something, then it's just part of the game. Crypto will be accepted. We were now part of the ecosystem. We're part of the financial system, by the way. So we are part of it now because, again, projects like XRP, they give us that legalization. They give us that acceptance. You see what I mean? So now, even if it's centralized, it's giving us that acceptance. So everybody accepts us. So crypto has been accepted as a standard of currency. So the future means that, yeah, we're going to get there. Now, whether he puts it on a reserve or not, there's a whole different maths behind that. I'm not getting too deep into that. Whether 99% of crypto are going to stay or not, that's a whole different story. I don't think they're going to stay. I think we're going to be regulated to the point where certain cryptocurrencies that have KYC, that they know who the founders are, apart from BTC, the only one that will be an exception. The rest of them, they will kind of be driven out of centralized exchanges. So yeah, we might still have an entire ecosystem outside the centralized ecosystem. And any decentralized exchanges that are centralized, they will also kind of, you'll notice who they are. So if Uniswap says, oh, we're not going to list it coin, or we don't want this coin on our platform, you know they're centralized. So a lot of projects are going to be exposing themselves through the new rules and regulations that are coming. And those rules and regulations are going to come with the under the disguise of protecting the institutional investor or protecting your funds, because that's what's happening right now. It's like, oh, we're trying to protect you spending your funds. It's like, well, it's my money, I do whatever I want with it. But no, you're allowed to burn your money, but you're not allowed to buy crypto with your money, right? And if you do, you're limited. So there are problems there. You see what I mean? So So yeah, the future is bright, and crypto's now established anyway. So it doesn't matter if we get an anti-crypto or not. We're fully accepted. The future, as I said, we might have loads of regulations, but crypto is now part of it. And every presidency that comes will add crypto to something, and there will be loads of innovations that are coming. Because one thing that politicians understand, or politicians are good at, is creating wealth. Because politicians don't come there to, like you put them in power for what? Right? To solve your problems, right? Whatever your problems are, your economical problems, whatever. Well, they know how to do that because they usually create more wealth, right? And that usually means inflation. So every president that's come hasn't actually deflated the currency, hasn't said, all right, we're going to burn $1 trillion, hasn't said that. They usually come and print another $1 trillion and then give some sort of a benefit or some sort of a reward to people. So when you have that kind of a situation, yeah, I mean, crypto is going to be involved, and they will show some sort of a benefit because that's the only way they can take. If they don't accept crypto, then how can they tax crypto? Do you know what I mean? So they got to make an entire infrastructure around it so they can accept it and tax you in it soon. Because a lot of people don't know this as well. Bitcoin currently, you can actually have it in United States, for example, your 401k. You can actually have BTC funds in there as well. Crypto funds basically can be there. And then in the UK, they're also going to be adding it to the pension fund as well. So that's going to happen as well soon as well. Again, these are all happening because of those centralization and the ETFs and whatnot that we have. So yeah, soon it will be treated like a bond. It will be treated like a bond. So again, the physical BTC or the real BTC, obviously it's not physical, but just say the BTC that you and I, we own, as long as you have your keys, that's a whole different BTC to the BTC they'll be buying and selling. That's all I'm going to say. So, so yeah, it will, as I said, it will affect it psychologically, but ultimately, crypto's here to stay, right? BTC is here to stay. Most cryptos here to stay. Most blue chips are here to stay. Most KYC crypto is here to stay. Let's just say this way. Anything that's not a KYC crypto, nah, there's no hope for it. It's going to stay in the decentralized world. And it's not a bad thing. We still can buy, sell, trade. It means, you know what's going to happen? We're going to have more and more decentralized protocol. And I think the time when we finally get to that point, like, there's going to be a convergence point when most people wake up, most developers, most projects wake up and realize that centralization is good, right, to stabilize the price, but it's not good for the volatility that we see in the market. Because crypto would be nothing without the degens, right? Established institutions buying and selling and holding crypto doesn't do anything. They don't make the price volatile. It's the degens that do it. So degens will always need something. Hence why I think there's going to be a lot of decentralized, absolutely 100% decentralized protocols coming. Like, for example, Pump Fund, and many others like Pump Fund, right, that have come now as well, and they actually originate from the dark web. So we are getting dark web type of stuff happening in the crypto. So it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. That's what's gonna happen. Good or bad, we don't know, but yeah, it's already happening. So let me know if you have any other questions, guys. Any other questions, let me know. Okay, I'm here for you guys. You tell me. It's good to see a good recovery. I mean, today, for example, a good performer has been Songbird and Bonk. Funnily, Bonk has done 11% on the way back up. Songbird, again, good buy zone, done 10% today, really well. Faisal says dark web stories seem crazy. There are people out there talking about dark web, but the thing is, look, what you got to understand about dark web, right? Yes, if you look at it in a negative way, that's one thing, right? But if you look at it in a positive way, what you have to see is like what I see, right? And I see a positive thing there. There are technologies, untraceable, non-KYC anonymous technology in the dark web, which people are still using, right? Of course, it's the dark web. As long as it's not nefarious. Nefarious, I mean, like, it's not harmful, it's not drugs, it's not murder or whatnot, because that's also there as well, right? As long as it's none of those nefarious stuff, as long as it's crypto and it uses the anonymous technology in the dark web, right? For people to go buy, sell, trade, and do whatever, and everybody stays out of the reach of the regulations, I don't see a problem with that. You see what I mean? So that's how I'm looking at it. So even though, for example, I know Pump Fund has originated from the dark web, there's nothing wrong with that. Yes, we're using it in the clear web, but it's good for us because it's decentralized, and a lot of people, most of the people, trust projects like Pump Fund. They trust it because they have clear rules, just like the dark web. Because you don't know who you're giving money to. Someone says, "Oh, I'm going to sell you 100 kilos of coke, for example, drugs," right? um, some guy turns around and gives his BTC to this guy to buy some drugs. Well, you don't know if he's actually got it or not. Do you see what I mean? There's no way of you knowing, but people have mechanisms and there are trust involved. Hence why those technologies coming here for the crypto, for people to buy and sell trade crypto, I believe is quite good for us as well. So I look at it in a positive way. Faisal says the nefarious stuff is what's scary. I remember reading it thinking, nope. You read it. You should have. Have you ever visited the dark web? If you have never, and I recommend this, right? If no one's ever visited the dark web, I recommend secure your computer. Get VPNs ain't gonna help you, but get something strong, and go and see it once. You got to see it once. It is amazing, but I can tell you the reason I'm saying secure it is you will be reverse hacked. So I have done it once or twice or a few times, but I've did it with an old laptop. So for example, like sometimes every couple of years I change my laptop. So I've got a stash of laptops that are still there. I don't donate them or anything like this. So I've got, like, even now I've got like 4 laptops that are old I don't use. So sometimes when I got an old one, I will actually go and use something like that. Wow, GeoShock, man, what's going on, my brother? Thank you, my brother. I appreciate that. There you go. Appreciate that, my brother. So during the what was I saying? GeoShock gave me a shock. Thank you, my brother. Coffee for the ride home. Awesome, my brother. I appreciate that. Thank you. So wow. So yeah, you shocked me, bro, because honestly you gave me a complete shock. I was like, whoa, what's going on here, bro? Normally people will use something like this to say something, obviously, but I don't promote any of that here. So I do thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Um, so what was I saying? So what I do is normally with the old laptops, obviously the laptops have their own IP and everything. So I use that, but I do try and protect my network before I do it. And I have, whenever I have used it, I've never used it from home. Once I did, but I don't use it from home because I learnt my lesson. But yeah, you would be reverse hacked. And I noticed, like, the first time I went on my computer was reverse hacked, and I had all of these windows opening and someone doing something, literally poking through my whole data. And I was like, whoa, what's going on? Someone's going. So I literally pulled the plug. So that was a freaky moment for me, but it was exciting as well because later on I kind of laughed about it. I was like, wow, wow, someone literally reverse hacked into my computer from the dark web and was going through my files looking for something. But obviously they had no idea that this is an old laptop and I already transferred everything and literally went and erased files that are already erased as well. So I've like factory reset and then went back in to clear the cache and everything. So all my laptops at home are dead laptops. So they didn't realize that. But yeah, it was quite fun though. It was quite fun. And then later on I went in with a lot more protection. Right. And I went and observed and seen. So I didn't buy anything. I observed and seen what kind of stuff there are. So yeah, there are plenty of crazy stuff going on. Loads of dodgy stuff. But most of the people there, what I've noticed is if you leave the drugs and all the other crazy stuff, right? Um, most of the people are there trying to make money, obviously, nefarious stuff, right? But there are some really, really gross stuff, and they show it to you, so you don't even have to pay. You just go there and you can just test it out. and it's freaking sickening. It's gross, right? I won't say anything because people won't like what they're going to hear on the video, and YouTube won't like me talking about it either, but it is absolutely gross. So I do recommend that if you want to experience something so disgusting, right, that will churn your stomach inside out, go and visit it once, because you've never seen horror like the stuff on dark web, on any movies or anything like this. Believe me, it will freak you out. You'll probably have nightmares if you go to some particular. And the worst thing is you can't even tell. There are people out there trying to index them. So there are some people trying to index them. There are actual, I forgot what they call them, but they have these little like sites where you go and they have these links, verified links, and you can go. They're kind of indexed, right? But sometimes you just randomly click something and go somewhere, and you get to see something that freaks you out, man. It's disgusting. CL says, "Hey guys, hey, back to you, my brother or sister. I'm not sure. G-Shock, do you have any questions, my brother? If you have any questions, please do let me know. Guys, any questions, let me know. If we have anything to talk about, please let me know. And then we continue from there. But yeah, I mean, dark web, man, I'm telling you. But that's the technology. Okay, let's go back to the crypto. We are going to see a lot of decentralized technology either being hosted in the dark web and we access it from here through the onion routers, or basically that technology filter into the real world. We are going to see that, and that's going to be the future if for people who want to do stuff in the decentralized world, you know. So, like for example, Tether. There's a lot of FUD about Tether, but have you seen anything on the news or anything? The FUD was there and then it died. You know why? Because no one's bothered. In fact, in Europe, most of the exchanges have delisted Tether by the 30th of December last year. But places like Binance, places like crypto.com, they haven't delisted it. Do you know why? Because they have 18 months to delist it, because there's uncertainty in the regulation, so it's not fully confirmed. So it wasn't a law. It was just a recommendation, and they're still going through the process of confirming yes or no. So because of the political uncertainty, Coinbase and crypto.com said, no, we're still keeping Tether until you give us 100% certainty. So, see. G-Shock says, just wanted to let you know your time is appreciated. Glad to have found this community. Bro, I appreciate all of you guys here as well, because at the end of the day, as I always say, I don't make content. I'm not a content creator. I know some people say, "Oh, you're a YouTuber. You create content." No, I don't create content. I'm not out there with my camera shooting stuff and making a script and doing all of that. I don't do that. Unscripted, complete freestyle, and you guys are the content. I'm here talking to you guys, giving you a bit of update, and then the remainder of the time I'm with you guys. You know what I mean? So we're talking. That's what we're doing. And of course, like for example, in the Discord community, yes, if there are questions and this and that, and if I have time, I go on and I answer people. Do you know what I mean? It's like, I'll give you for example. I'm not sure if it was yesterday or the day before live stream. I think it was the day before. Desi Track, he asked me something about taxation, and I specifically said I can't answer that on a live stream. So I took some time out and he took some time out, and today we spoke about that. You see what I mean? We didn't finish the conversation, but we did speak about it today. So there are some things that I can't just say on the live stream, even if I know things like dark web and XYZ. As I said, I can tell you what not to do, but there are things out there that you got to experience something, everything at least once. That's what I always say. Experience it always once, because it's quite fascinating. It's quite fascinating. Guys, if you're new here, my name is Sham. This is your X File. The truth is always out there. So please do consider smashing the like button if you haven't already. Do consider subscribing, and there are plenty of links down in the description. Check them out if you want. There's an exchange there where you don't need KYC. Again, that's there. Yes, it's my link. I might get a kickback, but I'm not too fussed about it. Take my thing off if you want. But it's there. And then there's a Discord where you can actually join the community as well, where I'm trying to grow. Because guys, I have plans, and let's talk about this, right? So I have some plans for the future. Basically, I'm trying to bring my world, right? My world to the community, because I'm basically put it this way, I've invested a lot of money, time, and effort into other stuff, and I'm doing it. I'm well off because of that. So it's not just crypto. Crypto is what I do for you guys, right? My biggest income doesn't come from crypto, right? My biggest income, I've already done that in crypto. Now I'm doing other stuff, right? So crypto is not my big thing. In fact, I mentioned to everybody, I said, look, I don't even have a job. And what I mean by that, look, I don't have a job. Yeah, people offer me jobs, but I don't take them. I prefer doing gig stuff and this and that because I need my time, right? But I don't have a job as in like managing a company or whatever. And I have plenty of those. I don't have any. So this is my world. And what I'm planning to do is bring you guys to my world through various ways, various means, right? And one of those is, for example, I'm thinking about doing a real world asset project, RWA. Now, the fun fact is I don't need a cryptocurrency with it. So I know we're a crypto channel. I don't need a cryptocurrency with it. But I thought, you know what would be a good idea if I have a company and I now go public with it. So I allow public to come and buy, sell, do, invest, whatever they want to do. And at the same time, if I have a crypto with it, right, that changes the dynamics a little bit and actually makes it worthwhile. So it's incentivization basically. And I thought about it. So I'm deeply thinking about that. I said, right, so I have a company. I want to make my company public, and I definitely want to do that because that's how I'm going to grow. Having a company and making your own small amount of money or whatever is comfortable, that's one thing. Taking it out public and growing it even bigger to become a establishment, a recognized establishment, that's a whole different plan. You see what I mean? So that's a bigger plan. But in order to get to that level, I'm obviously going to need funding. So if I'm going to now promote something to people and say, guys, I want to do this and I want all of you guys to be involved in that, what's the perk? So I thought about it. I said, right, okay, there's a perk. People can buy shares. Fair play. But what if I also give them crypto? And I thought, okay, what if I also give them crypto? Actually, if you buy the share, you get the crypto. So you get a double whammy. So you get the share, which means a dividend bearing shares, or you get dividends, whatever the company profits, you get dividends based on that from the share that you hold, and you get the crypto immediately. So then you can buy, sell, trade the crypto. So technically you bought the crypto, you can sell the crypto, and whatever money you invested, you've got it back. You've got it back from trading your crypto, and then you still got the shares. You know what I mean? So those are the kind of things I'm thinking about. So I have some future plans, and hopefully the community grows enough that the community can get the first dibs. That's all it is, guys. I don't want your money. I don't want it's there for the public. When I publish the website, it's there for the world. It's not just you guys. But at least I have a community that I can talk to and say, guys, I've done this. Here it is. If you want to be interested, at least you can get the first dibs. That's all it is. So that's what I'm trying to do. But we're not ready. Nowhere near ready. You know. Come on, I only have 3,500 subscribers. We're trying to get to 10,000. Even then, it's not going to be enough because out of the 10,000, I know many people don't watch because I know that we have 3,500 subscribers, but I think about 1,600 subscribers per month, per 28 days, are regular visitors. So 1,600 of you guys regularly come and visit me, but the other almost 2,000, 1,900 don't visit. So they've subscribed, but they don't visit. So I get to see the analytics, you know what I mean? So if we have 10,000, we'll probably have, I don't know, 5,000 actually, the real numbers and the remaining not. So I look at things in a real way, but I'm always transparent with you guys. KR, awesome, my brother. Nice to see you. KR, where you been, bro? You've been silent, bro. You've been like a ninja. I don't see you on Discord. I don't see you anywhere. What's going on? What's going on? How's business? How's life? Because the new year started and you've been silent. Because we're missing out all the memes, brother. Where's the memes? The meme king. We're all good, KR. We're all good. But yes, also work and family and etc. Of course. There we go. Because I wanted to. So, and Adam. So G-Shock and Adam, you guys are also moderators right now. So just in case anybody, because what I'm trying to do is more people in the community and members from the Discord. I'm trying to make you all moderators. So that way, if one or two moderators like KR doesn't show up, then at least I got other moderators here like Bubble and everybody. So yeah, everybody's a moderator, you know. So why not, guys? Why not? We need to basically, this is a community. We need to keep it together and keep it safe for everybody. And hopefully people find value from this. Chaos is just not getting too excited and let the market do its thing. That means you're holding some big bags, right? You're ready. That means you're ready. That means you bought the dip. That means you bought the red and you're sitting back and relaxing now. Oh man. Okay, go back to the start. No worries, my brother. The first 10 minutes, this is when we talked about the crypto market anyway. So okay, stay at the back of the beginning of the stream. Oh my. But yeah, looks good. Chat, everybody's a moderator. Chaos says I bought too many dips, bro. Yeah, I know you just keep on buying the dip and then it keeps on dippity dip, right? Gotta follow the market. You gotta follow the market. There we go. G-Shock shows up as a moderator now as well. Awesome. So yeah. Guys, what else would you like to talk about? Adam says, first time I've been a mod, no idea how to use those newly found powers. Smash the like, guys. Adam, all you do is if you see someone not misbehaving, tap on their message or their name, and you can time them out. You don't need to ban anybody, just time them out, all right? If anybody misbehaves, that is, you know. And yeah, I mean, end of the day, you guys, you're here, you're in Discord, so you know exactly who I am, and you know exactly what I talk about, and all the advices I give, and I appreciate that, and you know, I appreciate you guys. So this is my way of showing some appreciation, you know. Because look, guys, we're all a family. This is not my channel. This is our channel, right? This is our channel. BTC dominance is at 56.98 right now. It's dropping. It's dropping. And this is what I was talking about yesterday as well. Said if BTC moves 1 or 2%, it's fine. But we want to see alts move, you know, 10%, 15%. And that's what's happening right now. Of course, not all of them are doing 10, 15%, but some of them have been moving forward. For example, eGold did a 6% today, right? It pumped 6%. Yeah, 6.83, almost 7% today. So compared to what BTC's done, eGold has pumped 6%, which is a lot better. So that's what we want to see. This is the altcoin rally we've been looking for, but we're not quite there yet. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10% is the minimum. So it's okay. We can accept it for what it is, but that's the minimum. For us to be in a complete full force altcoin season and an altcoin rally. So we are in the season, by the way. We're just expecting a rally. For that rally, we are going to see 15 to 20% on some of these altcoins. That's when we know this is it, right? And especially the blue chips. I'm not talking about the low level stuff because they pumping up, but the blue chips, when we start seeing the bigger moves on them, we know we're now in the proper altcoin rally. So today, for example, BTC currently 1.3% up. And then when we look at Ethereum, 4.5%. When we look at Crow, 6.5%. When we look at Say, 6%. When we look at Pepe, 5.5%. When we look at Solana, 4.23%. However, Solana was doing quite good yesterday as well. So overall, Solana's pumped quite a bit. So we are seeing these big moves. XRP 2% today. Yes, yesterday it pumped a little bit more as well. So overall, yes, we have a higher percentage on those. So daily, yes, it's a bit little, but we want to see daily 10, 15%. Do you know what I mean? That's when we know we got the big altcoin rally now, and that's when we're going to make it the big money. Of course, guys, this is my advice to all of you. Of course, none of this is financial advice. The biggest advice I'm going to give to you is if you're in a centralized exchange or any platform where you are able to set up a stop loss, then what I want you to do is when these coins start pumping, move your stop loss up, move it up, right? So move it up just in case something happens. So far, I'm not seeing any signs telling us that we are going to go south because that was what we had before. So we were bearish before when we wanted the correction. So we knew that we're going to have a correction. So that was then. Now we're not expecting a correction at least for a month, right? Month, 2 months, we're not expecting that. So that means we can now start moving forward, right? So yeah. NTC up 27.4. No idea what it is, but it's pumping like hell. NTC, what is NTC? Let me see if I can find it on my chart, because sometimes I can find stuff on my chart. Plus NTC, let's see what NTC is. NTC, the only NTC I found was National Tea Company, my brother. That's the only on my chart. I can't find anything. I just found a centralized thing. Let me look on Coinbase. Not Coinbase, sorry, Coin Market Cap, because I do have Coin Market Cap here as well. Let's see what it shows me. NTC. Up 27. You're probably looking at the bubbles, right? Crypto bubbles. Let's have a look at NTC. NTC. Oh, it's a pump fund coin, my brother. It's a pump fund coin. So pump fund coins, yes, they do pump. They can pump hard, right? So this one's particularly, so this one's pumped and already dumped. So it's a rug. So, so it's already happened. Or probably I'm looking at the one that was designed to be a rug. So it's a sad reality, but that's what they do. Yeah, pumped and it dumped. Everything is safe about it, but it's gone now. In 1 hour, it's gone already. Currently, the market cap is 5k now, so it's already been bled out. So sad reality, but it is. Adam A says, do I still put a stop loss even if I'm in it for the long term? BTC, XRP, etc. Define what is a long term for you. Are you thinking about next 1 year? If it's 1 year, it's not long enough, right? Anything long term, have a 5 year projection, right? 5 year gives you a bear and a bull market within that time frame. You see what I mean? So worst case scenario, even if we have a bear market, we're fine. Even if we have a bull market, we're fine. So always have a 5 year plan, like an ISA, right? An ISA account. I'm going to invest my money in for 5 years. Have it like that, and that kind of helps. Okay, so always think of it in that particular way, right? Um, 5 year is the best. I always say 5 years is the most comfortable. Of course, if we're in a bull market in the next 1 year, 2 year, and we have another bull market, bull run, for example, and we go to 10, 15, $20 for XRP, then by all means you cash out. You see what I mean, right? But you gotta have a time frame. Don't look at shorter time frame like 6 months or something. That's not a time frame. That's a trading time frame, not exactly. That's like a run. So a bear run or a bull run time frame, not a hold. Your hold should be between 3 to 5 years. Then it's really good. XRP 1 to 2 years. 1 to 2 years is good. It's not bad. But try and increase it a little bit more because there's good potential. BTC 10 years, you can't go wrong with it. So, as I said, BTC, if you don't want to panic about it, only put your profit money into BTC and leave it there. That way, it's going to be a good saving, you know. But yeah, 10 years is a brilliant time because in 10 years' time, I don't know how many you own, don't tell me. But just in case, say for example, you own 0.1 BTC or even one BTC, all right, just one BTC. In 10 years' time, one BTC is going to be $1 million, right? It's going to be $1 million, 10x from here, 10 years' time. That's like the minimum, probably even more. You see what I mean? So yeah, that's a good time horizon to be in. So if that's something you're looking at. XRP 1 to 2 years, I believe, is low because within the next 1 to 2 years, we could be deep inside a bear market. You don't want to be looking at it that because a bull run could, a bull market, when it starts, the beginning of it, we would end obviously at the bottom of the bear market. And when we start moving upwards, it could take a year to 2 years to get to that. Like, for example, this bull run, it started in 2022 November. 2022 November. Think about it. So 2022 November to 2024 November was 2 years. So we've been already in a bull run, a bull market for 2 years, right? And now whatever time we're getting is a bonus. This is probably the longest bull run we've ever had. So think about it, you know? Think about it. It's going to be quite crazy. But thinking about this, like, okay, when you're talking about time, there are like one other thing as well that everybody should actually consider as well. As we progress through time, say for example, we've planned for 5 years, 10 years, 15 years. Some of us have planned for 15 years. As things progress over time, as we see the politics of crypto or the institutions or the regulations of crypto, as we see the landscape change a little bit, we also have to be accommodating and actually adjust to that. So, for example, the reason I'm saying this is for me initially, when I was going into Ethereum, when I went into Ethereum back in 2018, I thought I'm going to be in it for the next 10 years. but I'm now reconsidering, should I be in Ethereum or should I be in something else? So when I started reconsidering, I started kind of hedging myself into Solana, for example. So everyone knows I'm a big Solana. I hedge myself into Solana, right? Why? Because I'm looking at, okay, what's going to be a little bit more dominant? What's going to give me a better gain? And what's going to be a little bit more stable over the long run? So if I have to, I will adjust that. That means in the future, if I think Ethereum's doing nothing for me, I'm happy to drop it and move on. Similar way, I've mentioned this on many videos before as well. I said if BTC, if I think it's going to a point where it's not going to do anything, means, say for example, just for this video, we get to $1 million and BTC decides to just be stagnant. That's it, right? It doesn't matter. Year comes, year goes, bull market comes, bull market goes. BTC just stays at $1 million. Doesn't go, does so we know it's become a freaking stable coin. When it becomes a stable coin, I'm happy to drop BTC. That's when there's no point me being in BTC. You know what I mean? So I will happily drop all my BTC and move over to something else that is more volatile, because volatility is where we make the money. Do you know what I mean? So that's what we're looking for, and growth, obviously. But if we become a stable currency and it becomes a reserve currency of the world, or a stable currency, things are different for us. So that means we have to now look at something else. So as much as I am a Bitcoin maxi, I've mentioned this before as well. I've always been a Bitcoin maxi, and I save everything in Bitcoin, but I'm willing to drop it. I'm willing to drop it and move to something else, because I always understand my main goal, because my main goal was to make money, right? Make more money, get more crypto, and increase my wealth through that. So that's what I've been always trying to do. If BTC then stops and it doesn't increase anymore, it's no point. Now I need to move into something else, you know? So always be flexible. It's just, don't fix yourself on like, okay, I'm only XRP, or I'm only BTC, or I'm only Ethereum. Don't do that. Always be flexible. Whatever gives you the most gains, that's what you want. That's what you want at the end of the day. So that's how I'm looking at it. But yeah. So today, who was the top gainers? I want to see today's top gainers. Guess what today's top gainers was? Today's top gainers is a meme coin called Trump. It did 4,300%. Today's top gainer, meme coin called Trump. Another one is WEG, did 2,100%. Dogo, Flaky, and someone created a meme coin called Bitcoin that did 637%. Freaking crazy. These meme coins are on another level. I'm telling you, they're on an absolute other level. Someone's created a fake Pepe, and that's done 350% today. And another one's created a coin called MAGA, MAGA, all right? Make America Great Again, just in case you didn't know. 411%. So crazy. And yeah, wow, it's amazing. Adam says, apart from BTC, where do you think the most gains will come from for the next few years? So every year you have to kind of readjust that, right? For example, if we see another project hyped enough, similar to Aptos, similar to Sui, similar to Say, right? For example, we see another well hyped project, very highly marketed project, then that would give us a good potential. We need to look at that. For example, there are a few coins that I've talked about. So one of the coins I've talked about recently is AI coin. And I said, not the AI coin, AI agent itself, but look at the platform that's doing it. So for example, we know Virtuals is a platform, so Virtuals coin will get the institutional investment, so focus on that will make you money. And even now it proved itself. While BTC was bleeding and all other crypto was bleeding, Virtuals didn't bleed, it was moving up. The other one to look at is an AI agent created by Virtuals, which is AIXBT, right? So again, those are potential, so in the future they might get a little bit further. And there's a couple of them, there's like 3 or 4 of them, I can't remember all the name. Another one is AI16Z, I mentioned that as well. That's going to pump as well. So focus on those. And of course, if we're looking at the budget coin, then look at some of the Bitcoin narrative, for example. For Orange, ORNJ, I mentioned that they're planning to build Bitcoin DeFi, right? So that's coming as well. Flare, obviously, we talked about Flare on Discord. So Flare is another one that's actually giving the technology for some of these to do. So, for example, Cardano, Multiverse X, which is eGold, Ripple, and a few other companies, they're using literally the Flare networks, multi-blockchain compatibility software. That's what they're using. And so when you look at those are the coins you want to be looking at. And I think they will have some high gains solely because of hype. So a lot of the time, tokenomics is one thing, like scarcity, supply versus demand. That's one thing. But a lot of the time, the hype is the most important thing because the hype makes you the most amount of money. So if we know something is going to be hyped when they get to a certain stage, then by all means, you want to buy it right now and you want to lock it down. Do you see what I mean? So you got to play it that way, you know? And of course, these projects, again, these projects, keep it on a list. Don't buy it necessarily now because remember, guys, what goes up will come down. And of course, in a bear market, we usually get anything from 70 to 95% dump, right? 70 to 95% dump. So that happens, right? This might not happen this time, but even if we get 50%, well, guess what? We're going to get every single coin 50% cheaper than before. So just because previously we got 70 to 95%, even 99% on some of them, doesn't mean we will always get it, which is fine, but we can expect a 40 to 50% dump. So if we get a 40 to 50% from today's price, well, we're still winning. You see what I mean? So patience will bring you rewards. You will be rewarded. Make a list, like that's what I'm doing right now. I'm selecting the coins. So those coins, that the names I've given to you, some I already hold from way back, which I'm okay to hold even now. Even if they dump 50%, I'm still in profit. You see what I mean? And then there are some coins I'm making a list right now, like the AI agent coins I mentioned. I've made a list and I'm actually working on them. So for example, AI agent, I'm sure on Discord, some of you guys may have seen something on Discord. I mentioned about a particular coin. I think it was AIXBT, right? Hold on, give me a second. Let me get out of here. I think it was AIXBT I mentioned to you guys, and I said, like, guys, if it goes to 50 cents, I believe it was, I said, I'm going to buy. Remember, I'm sure I told all of you guys I'm going to buy. Well, it went to, hold on, go down. It actually went down to around 48, I believe. 48 cents. Yeah. So it went to 48 cents. So I told everybody on Discord, I said, guys, if it goes to around 50 cents, I want to buy small amount. If it goes to 38 cents, I want to buy a lot more. Right. So I told you guys what my plan is. It went to 48 cents and I've already bought. Right. Because at 50 cents, my order was filled. So I bought. I'm holding it now. Currently, it's up today. It's up about 3.5%, about 3.45%. So it's okay, but it's got potential because it's a new coin, it's listed on an exchange, so we know that there's enough money invested in there, and we know a lot of people are going to go through that route because most people don't know how to use decentralized stuff. So that's got potential. So that's what it is. G-Shock says, unbelievable. What happened, G-Shock? What happened, my brother? What happened? Now you see why sometimes I start effing and blinding on a live stream when I get some people come in and start being annoying and being trolling. Because I know some videos you might see me completely lose it, right? I go ballistic, right? So now you know why. But saying that, as I said last year, when I closed last year, I said, guys, yes, I sometimes lose it, but I'm not going to allow any negative energy to affect me anymore, right? Because I have positive thoughts and positive attitude towards 2025, because 2025 is going to be a very big year, very important year for us. Because if BTC didn't crash, didn't go to where it needs to, and a bear run hasn't started, then we're only going up, right? After the red, we're only going up. That's what I mentioned. So now that I know we're going up, we got higher numbers, and that means the alts have a higher potential. So now I need to cash out on my alts, and I need to be ready for the bigger one. So if we got an opportunity, we need to be positive about it. And of course, if we're going to have people come here be negative and we give them a little bit of a positive attitude, maybe we might be able to convert them to being positive as well. They can come back. G-Shock was, oh, you were talking about the top gainers. I see. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Some of them are crazy, but that's how it works. So you know those coins I was talking about, like for example, the names I gave to you, they're in Coin Market Cap. So if you go Coin Market Cap and press top gainers, it will show up, right? And if you notice, that's the narrative because that's what the scammers are building on. Yes, these coins have pumped thousands of percent, but if you go and look under the hood, what you'll find is a lot of them are manipulated through that as well. Yeah, yeah, Trump coin. So another thing you got to understand is I don't know if I mentioned this as well. Say for example, I launch a coin, right, and I create 10 different accounts or 20 different accounts, and I go and buy. So I'm buying my own coin, 20 different accounts, and I buy half a Solana's worth or whatever. Every time I purchase half a Solana's worth on a pre-sale or whatever, it will pump by a specific percentage. So if I do this 20 times, I could potentially pump the coin 2000%. So you get a group of people doing that 2000%. But as long as I'm the first buyer, that is 2000%, people get to see those gains and people come in. And then I don't even have to rug, right? I don't, this is a reality, by the way. What I'm telling you is actually a genuine scam that a lot of people do. So I don't even have to rug, right? Launch the coin. When the momentum comes in, pump the coin up 2,000-3,000%. People come in, they start buying because it's pumping now, because a lot of people like to buy the green, so they buy the green. When that happens, right, then my 20 wallets, I start dumping it back into the market and I literally make profit. If not, I take my initial back out. Either way, I don't lose anything. I either gain or I get my own money back. You see what I mean? And that's what a lot of these projects do. So it's a collaboration sometimes, and I've noticed sometimes it's nothing like a collab. It's actually an individual doing it as well. G-Shock says, let's all get rich together. Yes, it's possible, my brother. And I've been an advocate of that. I said, guys, we are buying so many different coins out there. We are playing so many different meme coins out there. And here we are, right? A lot of us know how to make these coins, know how to make it pump, right? Where aren't we just wasting energy? Like I said to my community on Discord, I said, guys, I'm here. Use me. I'm here. I will create the token for you. I will set all of these things up for you if that's what you want. Of course, I'm not going to do it with any dodgy intentions, but if people want, then by all means, because there is opportunities out there, but the opportunity can't be a single person doing it. I won't do it just for myself because I've got better things to do. As I said, right? I'm not interested in this stuff, and I've got moral obligations, right? Believe it or not, as much as I tell you guys, like, look, guys, I'm not that religious or anything like this, but I do have moral compass, right? There are things I feel that it's not right, I won't do, right? I won't do, but I also understand the reality of what people are doing. So I'll happily tell you guys how it's done. Now, as a community, if 20, 30, 40, 50 people come and decide to create a project, right? And say, okay, fine, we're going to invest 50, $100, whatever, we're going to invest, then any coin can be created and any coin can be pumped. And of course, when the algorithms in the decentralized exchanges, the DEXs or whatever is tracking your token, right? When the algorithm kicks off, even coin market cap will show your coin as 4,000% up. Do you know what I mean? And then basically you sell and you go. So not everything's a rug. That's what I say to people. I say, look, everything's a scam until it's not, and everything's not a scam until it is. It doesn't matter, you know. So it is what it is. But yeah, it's possible. Adam says, I'm off. Have a good night, all. Thank you, my brother. I'll see you again soon. See you on the Discord later on. But G-Shock, honestly, there is so much potential out there, right? But as I said, I don't have the kind of a community for it. And I think the biggest problem I have is I'm just too transparent. I'm just too open. So I don't think many people like that because I've seen Telegram groups where I've been invited to, by the way, and you go there and they're popping, right? There's so many people out there popping and hyping, and those groups are growing. And of course, they have marketers there and they have like 10, 15,000 members there. And then what will happen is I noticed the group owners, they don't allow anyone to chat, so they just publish something and then everyone just jumps onto that, right? And then they buy it and that starts pumping. So I do see that. Who was it? The guys from Wall Street Bets, right? So on Wall Street Bets, they have a Telegram group. In fact, there's a couple now. There's a couple of fake ones as well, but they also have like 25, 30,000 members. If you go to some of those, you'll see how they don't allow you to say anything, but they just keep on posting hype news and about this coin, about that coin, and they pump those coins through that, you know. But I just don't have the time or the patience and or the moral compass to do that. You know what I mean? So I've always been honest about it. Always been honest about it, and that's what people don't like. I don't know. I don't know how to market stuff. I wish I knew. I wish I had someone who knew. Then yeah, by all means, you know, because there are opportunities out there. There are absolute big opportunities out there, but it takes like-minded people, a group of people to come together and do it all together. Because if you don't, then it doesn't work. So I hope that kind of makes sense. I know it sounds dodgy, right? But it's just the reality. It is what it is. I know YouTubers who are pumping out coins and no one even knows about it, and then they're promoting it on their channel. I know that. So G-Shock says, I try to keep the BS out. I've only subscribed to you and two other crypto TA guys too. Much noise. Yes, there is a lot of noise, unfortunately. You know, but there are also good guys out there. Unfortunately, too many people, like when they do YouTube, and G-Shock, I don't mean anything wrong about it. There is nothing wrong, but too many people on YouTube come for financial reasons. They actually do it as a job. So hence why they spend a very specific amount of time analyzing it and all sorts and doing it at a specific time and focusing on a lot of stuff, right? Because they're doing it for financial reasons. That's a job for them, which is understandable. And as I said, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But that for me, I don't even come for this. I don't come for the financial reasons. That's one. I only come for the community, and even if it's one person, I'll still come for them. You know what I mean? You know, because I feel that even if one person actually gets some value, then you know it will help them, help other people. And if some people randomly just pop by and see me here and hear me and or are interested in the conversation, then of course it benefits the channel as well. But me trying to get the channel to 10,000 or even higher, that's not financial. Do you see what I mean? It's not financial. But as I always mentioned, I said if it becomes financial to the point where I don't want financial, but YouTube starts paying me, for example, because right now I've published my earnings already a few times on Discord. But YouTube, if it starts paying me enough for one bill, then I'll do it on a timetable. You know what I mean? But I've always been honest about it, always been transparent. You know, for me, I would love to do something with the community. That's one thing I've been transparent as well. I said, like, guys, if we can get 100, 200, 300 people together and collaborate and create something, that would be freaking awesome. You know, and I've recently mentioned something and I did a test. Like the test was the 0x coin, which is in the description, right? Why? That was a test. If that test fails, then why would I do anything with the community that I have? Because it's a limited community. If not everybody's on board, I can't do it. You know, and I think the test is failing already. You know, because earlier on today, someone was coming and someone said to me, "Oh, I want to go and buy some." I said, "For what?" Because it's already failing. You know, yeah, you whatever money you're going to put there is going to go into a black hole right now because it's not going to help anyone. Because if everybody did it together, then the coin could pump. Because getting it to 75K market cap, actually, you don't need $75,000. This is the hilarious part about it. Do you know what I mean? It only takes a very small amount of money to push it forward. But nobody did anything, so it is what it is. Guest 98, hello from Romania. Hello, my brother. Nice to see you. I think Bubble, you from Romania as well, aren't you? I think Bubble's from Romania as well. El Bubble, if he's still here. So yeah, we have another few members on Discord as well from Romania, Slovakia as well. I have someone from Slovakia as well. I have a few people from Germany as well, and loads of people from USA and loads of people from UK as well. So yeah, nice to see you from Romania. Faisal says, it's the best way it's the best way. Listening to too many people and getting crypto advice from too many people will leave you more confused. G-Shock says exactly. I see. I try my best, guys. I try my best. But more importantly, whatever you're going to hear from me, most of it is just my opinions Because one thing you're not going to hear is I try to filter out the news. I don't regurgitate the news. In fact, there are channels out there who regurgitate the news. I'm looking at things in a complete different context. So as I say, like, I'm outside the box. So I don't follow the mainstream narrative. I don't follow the mainstream news, because for me, as I always say, it's always the chart. The chart is what matters to me. I might get it wrong one day, but so far I haven't got it wrong, you know. But yeah, it's just the numbers. That's what it is. And I leave enough evidence. That's why I say the truth is always out there, because I'm saying it with so much confidence. I need to trust myself, right? So I leave the evidence in Discord or here, one or the other, right? Because it's like a continuation. So sometimes on Discord, I would publish something, I would show a chart, and I would show a number, and I would say something, and I can confirm that here, like I mentioned about what the AIXBT, right? I confirmed it. I said that's where I want to buy. So I didn't say go and buy now. It was at 55. I said I don't want to buy it now. I want to buy it here. And if I do on the way back up, I'll make 10%. So I always make sure I keep myself covered so people know that, look, this guy's not chatting BS. But of course, sometimes I do, because whenever I'm talking about my conspiracy theories or other theories that I have, that could potentially be complete BS, because it's just my theory, nothing else. Guys, if you have any other questions, please let me know. If not, then we're not going to make this stream any longer. It's already been an hour 15, and I think a lot of people are falling asleep right now. I'm still here. Let me know, guys, if you have any other questions. I'll happily answer them, not an issue at all. G-Shock says, I'm off to work. Have a great night all. Thank you, my brother. Okay, I'm off as well. If there's no more questions, then I won't be here. But I do appreciate that. Thank you very much, G-Shock, for the coffee. I will definitely enjoy that. Thank you very much. It's been an absolute pleasure. You know, always welcome any support that people give. I accept it, and believe me, it's going to go to a good place. So even though you bought me a coffee, I'll put it in a good place. Don't worry about that. Okay, it always goes to a good place. So any funding that comes here, I always put it in a good place. So yeah, thank you, Faisal. Thank you for coming to the show. If you have any other questions, let me know. I'll happily answer them. If not, then yeah, I'll be off as well. But I'll give you guys a few minutes to let me know if you have any other questions. And thank you, G-Shock, again. G-Shock. G-Shock. Thank you, my brother. Appreciate that. Always a pleasure. Faisal says, I'm all good, man. Thanks as always. Okay, my brother, thank you very much. Okay, I appreciate all of you guys coming here. Those of you guys who have just come to the stream, please do go and watch it from the beginning, especially the first 10-15 minutes. That's where most of the information regarding today's title and the thumbnail is at. Rest of it is basically community interactions. In fact, the video format that we have here, the live stream we have, normally we do the content in the beginning, and then we do community engagement, including chats and answers, Q&As basically. So we do a lot of that. So I think this channel is going to be a Q&A channel, definitely, for sure. So in the future, we'll do more and see how things go on. And I'm also going to be probably at the later on, I don't know when, I will change the format from vertical to horizontal at some stage as well, guys. So just letting you guys know, just in case you're like, hold on, what's going on? How come he's on horizontal? I might flip it to horizontal at some stage as an experiment to see how things are. So other than that, guys, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you very much to all of you guys for coming to the show. My name is Sham. This is 0x5. The truth is always out there, and everyone here is welcome to join the Discord. And everyone is obviously, I would appreciate if you do hit the subscribe and the like button. And if you watched it later after the live stream has ended, please leave something in the comment and let me know how you feel about the market. Where do you think BTC is going to go? How high do you think it's going to go? Do you think it's a good idea to hold BTC for the next 5 years? So let me know. Other than that, adios, my amigos. It's been a pleasure. Thank you.